Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 4925 Southeast Henry Street here in Portland. We're located at the front of the home here. We're just around, literally on the front side of the house here, just around the corner of the front door, just for reference. You have a 4-inch ABS clean out. We're going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running. We're going to zero out the foot counter right at the bottom of the clean out to get the camera lens cleaned up here. Alrighty, off we go. We transition immediately upon access over to 4-inch cast iron, and then right over to 4-inch 3034. Not sure why that little bit of cast iron was left in the ground there, but it's there. And cast iron's a fairly good pipe product. It holds up for a while. It's just kind of slightly annoying to see that someone did this much updating and left a 3 or 4 foot section of cast iron in the ground. Kind of a wasted opportunity to get that all updated. Now we hit the 6-inch concrete transition here at 30 feet. We're going to locate that transition, see if it's at the street curb where the city responsibility takes over. And the reason for that is this concrete is showing its age here. It's very rough. Looks like it's nearing the end of its lifespan. And that's the main right there, it looks like, at 44 feet. And we're going to do some locates here to verify where that's at. We'll have a better look at everything as we come back. I located the camera head successfully at the main on Southeast Henry. So the concrete pipe here is gone. I mean, the whole bottom of the flow line is completely gone. Almost all the water you run down this line, or a huge portion, is going right out into the ground. I would highly recommend forwarding the video to the city. You're probably losing the vast majority of the water down the line, right through that hole there at the end of the sewer line. That's why we're going to locate the transition to see if any of this is on property. And this house doesn't have, or this road anyway, doesn't have a traditional street curb and sidewalk. So I'll mark where this area is at. And this part right here, it looks like it's just about ready to go too. That whole concrete section is ready for update. There's only holes at the end by and large, but the rest of it is very old and worn out. Alright, located this spot. It is marked with a white T. It's a few feet or so to the side of the water meter out front. So where it's at is probably about 2 feet closer to the street than the water meter is. I've taken a couple pictures. I would recommend contacting the city to find out if this is where the responsibility break is at. Again, I can't tell. There's no street curb out here or sidewalk, and the road is kind of beat up in a bunch of spots, so I don't know where the true street edge is. I would certainly contact them. I would recommend a full update from here at 30 feet to 44 feet. The concrete is pretty much done for, especially at the end of the line. And by the time you reach the end of the line at the main, that's certainly going to be in city responsibility there. It's that first 3 to 5 feet or so that I simply can't tell. And of all the condition, or of all the concrete, we'll shove back out here real quick, this portion is in the better condition than the end of the concrete is. It's still in pretty rough shape. That joint there is separated. But this part of it, I would imagine if you're going to be responsible, it'll probably be somewhere around here, if not right where I marked it. So that part is still functioning. But you've got a couple separated joints in there that are likely letting sewage escape the line, probably groundwater coming in, especially this one here. So that's why I recommend a full update to the concrete. But contact the city, that may all be their responsibility. There's no sidewalk to go tearing up here, so to try and save money and do it cheaply, it doesn't make sense to stop it early. Some people do that so they can avoid cutting into the sidewalk and having to repair that just to save some money. In this case, there is no sidewalk to cut through, so it doesn't make a lot of sense that would be stopped early, but I would just double check and make sure. And the PVC pipe looks good, drains very nicely. The cast iron here is also in good condition. Got a little tiny offset there, nothing significant. It's about a 1/4 inch offset, maybe not even that. Not something that's repair worthy in my opinion. And the ABS scope there is okay as well. So we've got good flow all the way out to what I believe is the street edge. By the time you reach the main, again, you've got a lot of water escaping the sewer line there. So I'd forward the video onto the city so they're aware of it. But the sewer line is functioning properly out to at least 30 feet. That's where all the good pipe ends. All the pipe on property here is, at least that I can tell, is in good condition. Again, you may still have some concrete on property. I would look into that, make sure all of it's in city responsibility, and or I would repair it. And if you do any repairs, make sure a rescope is done to check the work.